The University of Virginia faced a challenging Duke team this weekend. UVA trailed 14-7 in the first half, but ended up coming back and defeating Duke 28-21. I'm here with Hillcat starting pitcher Tristan McKenzie. Tristan, you've had a great season so far. Thanks for joining me.
No problem.
You've had 3 games this year where you shut out the opponents. The World Series matchup has been set. The Astros versus the Dodgers. The Houston Astros won the American League Series 4-3 over the Yankees, and the Dodgers beat the previous World Series champion Chicago Cubs to advance. Josh and his family were traveling down a road similar to this one night after church. His grandfather Ed Heinsohn was preaching, and his sister Jen was singing in the choir. As they were heading home, going down one of the back roads, their family van was hit head-on by a car traveling 95 miles an hour. On the show, we were thrilled to share the news of Liberty moving to the FBS. It is a huge move for the Liberty football program that will have many exciting days ahead. Matt recently had the chance to sit down with the man leading the charge into next season, head coach Turner Gill. Yeah, you kind of look like Shane Victorino out there, flying Hawaiian.
Flying Hawaiian.
Did you grow up watching him at all, or idolizing any players from Hawaii? James Madison had 728 yards of offense on the day and improved their winning streak to 15 games. The head coach of Virginia Tech, Justin Fuente, said they didn't play well at times due to penalties, but held on to beat a hard-nosed football team at their place.
Last home game, October 21st. What did we learn about this Flames team over that road trip?
Yeah, so we learned that Liberty is a tough team. They're willing to go out on the road and play some close games. They won most of the games within one score, and so to be able to see that grit and that tenacity that Liberty has really shows what might happen once they get to the playoffs.
Game 1 of the World Series is Tuesday at 8 p.m. in Los Angeles. The game time temperature may be the hottest on record at 100 degrees. UVA improves to 4-1 overall and 1-0 in the ACC. The defense for Virginia showed its grit by holding Duke to only 255 yards of total offense. The Wahoos will play another ACC opponent next Saturday when they travel to Chapel Hill to take on the Tar Heels.
Yeah, so Liberty, this is their second ACC opponent this season. They'll look forward to getting on the ice, going out hot, working fast, because that's what they did last week. They came out, they worked hard on the ice, and scored 4 times in that game, only allowed 1 goal, so we'll look for Liberty to do the same this week.
Well, speaking of 4, Wake Forest has played 4 games already. This is number 5. Let's take a look at our Foster Fuels Who's Hot, and we'll start first with the Demon Deacons.
That's right. We have Scott McLean. He had 4 goals and 2 assists so far this season in 4 games, so that's a point in every single one of the matchups that he's been in. So we'll look for him to score maybe a 1 or 2 goals this game. We'll see what happens.
3 of the 4 teams leading their divisions in the AFC have a record of 5-2. The 3 teams are the New England Patriots in the East, Pittsburgh Steelers in the North, and the Kansas City Chiefs in the West. The Tennessee Titans are tied for first in the AFC South with the Jacksonville Jaguars, both with a 4-3 record. Although the Pittsburgh Steelers have lost to a mediocre Bears team and the defensively strong Jaguars, the Steelers may be one of the first teams to clinch a playoff spot in the American Football Conference. At 3-0 in the division and 4-1 in the AFC, the Steelers are on their way up the standings after beating their division rival, the Cincinnati Bengals, 29-14. Heard you beat one of our interns in ping pong the other day. And then, do you have a favorite musician or group that you like to listen to before a game or just at any point?
No, I mean, my taste is very wide and it varies. It just kind of depends on the game. I could go one game, listen to Billy Joel before the game, and then I'll switch, and the next game will be Notorious B.I.G., and then it'll be like Lil Uzi Vert the next.
Yeah, so sometimes you feel like a piano man out there on the mound.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.
I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
And look forward to seeing you pitch into the future.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Have a nice day.
You might have a great game one day, the next day's a little rough. What do you enjoy most about the game of baseball? One of Josh's role models is his dad. He played professional baseball for 1 year as well as playing several years of college baseball. What's it like to have a play on SportsCenter like that?
It's crazy. I actually wish I was able to see it.
Yeah.
Salento Sales at the time when he was up here, he texted me at like 6 in the morning saying, "Hey, you're number 9 on SportsCenter." I was like, "Oh, no way."
I'll have to show you the video of it.
Yeah, I would love to see it. And my mom and whatnot, they ended up my sister was she's in Vegas. She was with her friend at the time at the bar and having a few drinks and whatnot after work. And then she actually seen me on SportsCenter on TV, and she was like, "No way!" And then she started like blowing up my phone. It's awesome. My mom, I think, ended up recording it and whatnot. they still need to send it to me. I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, for sure. They got
Yeah, I want to see it.
So, out of all the plays you've made or different things that you've been a part of, where does that kind of rank with different plays or games that you've been? Hey, what's up? Welcome to another fun-filled edition of Game On. We're glad you've chosen to join us. As always, alongside Josh Barrick, I'm Bennett Brown.
Some powerful stories of faith to get to today on the show. But first, we start with a feel-good story of the Liberty men's basketball team.
Why is it a feel-good story? Because it feels so good to win. And that's what the Flames have been doing in the postseason. Liberty is playing in the collegeinsider.com postseason tournament. They defeated Norfolk State in round 1 and then drew a talented Samford squad into the second round. Led by former Kentucky and NBA star Scott Padgett, the Bulldogs came in within 20 wins under their belt. But they would face a Liberty squad that played one of its best games of the season, and it coincided with one of John Dawson's best games of the season.